Hello, chat. Welcome, welcome. Let's see how the gang's doing.
Have Uber. I don't think I
Alrighty,
have either.
we're live. That was it. There it is. Wait, let's bring it up. We're good. We're cooking. Say hi, chat. Be nice.
Hi,
Hello, hello. First,
chat.
hey, yo, we love to see it. Beautiful. Please, as always, give feedback if any audio levels need to be adjusted or anything. We'll make it work. We may have to adjust on the fly if one of our other standing members shows up halfway through. Shout out to him. He's probably asleep, but that's okay. A female you feel represented. All right, perfect. We love to see it.
Hey,
Alrighty.
it's an honor.
Well, thank you for those who've tuned in live. I will give the formal YouTube intro in a sec, and we'll just get started. Okay. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to Coffee Cast, episode 6. We still have not been canceled. We love to see it.
That's
We're still
crazy.
here. I know, right? And we're joined by special guests today. Miss Mina, hello. Thank you for coming on. We're really happy to have you. Claps in chat. Glenn is dead. Yes, unfortunately, as Chad has said, Glenn died. We're happy to bring him back.
Glenn is dead.
And yes, there is still
I
time to get
am
canceled.
the Glenn. True.
But we've got lots of fun stuff for you guys this week. Lots of news, topics. Mina's here to talk about 007. Exciting. Ooh.
Yes.
We'll also probably talk a little bit about Final Fantasy XIV. But we'll open with recent news about GTA and the pre-order prices and everything that came out today. So they announced that GTA will be $80 standard price and $100 for the Ultimate Edition, which comes with a bunch of stuff. It's got like vehicles, weapons, but the major thing people are mad about is exclusive shops that will be locked out if you do not purchase the Ultimate Edition, along with the fact that there will be no disc physical edition of the game. It will not be present. So that's pretty interesting, I'll be honest, especially considering I did do a little bit of research on this. The Rockstar CEO said that they would have physical editions of the game and that rumor was not true. But interestingly enough, if you read that interview transcript, he never says the word disc. So he may have just been like, oh, physical, like we're going to put a code in the box, which is what they did.
So sneaky.
It is very sneaky. It's a little bit odd, to be honest. I don't know why they didn't choose to do the disc other than they just want to save money. There's been a lot of theories online about it. Some of it's like they don't want to do spoilers, because I know GTA 5 had a huge spoiler problem because people stole discs early. So they're like, oh, maybe they'll release them later. I don't know. But I also saw one that was like, oh, it's too big to put on a disc. I guess that's true, but games have sold multiple discs in the past to make that happen. Like famously, FF7 had 3 discs in order for it to fit on a PlayStation.
So, is that including the Ultimate Edition or just the standard? The whole disc or box?
The box is just for physical, like if you buy it at a store. I think the prices are still the same.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just, they said today if you bought it physically, it would just have a code in the box.
Right,
essentially.
yeah, that's what they've been doing.
Which is similar to what Nintendo did with the Switch 2, where like you get the game cartridge and then you put it in and it just downloads it from the online store anyways. That cartridge doesn't have any game on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should have just made it $100 and just had one version. I think GTA 6 is an exception, probably with how much money it took to make and how anticipated it is. I think it would have been fine for it to be $100. Because now you have a situation where it's like, okay, you have the $80 one, which is, it's fine. It's above the typical $70 games these days, but they probably want to go up to 80, these AAA games. But then now you have like a situation where it's like, okay, but the real game is in the $100 one.
Yeah, exactly. They've hampered the game essentially.
Yeah.
It really needs to. This is one of those situations, it's tough until we see the game. Because, like, here's the thing. I counted it out. It's 5 shops. So it's 5 that they've excluded. I do think the people tweeting online that the stuff that's cut out is, like, not going to be in the game at all. I don't believe that. I believe you will still be able to put tattoos on your character. You'll still be able to buy clothes or change your car, right? It's just probably the way they're going to do it is certain styles of customization will be from certain shops, right? Kind of what Cyberpunk did, right? Like if you want the punk clothes, you have to go to a specific store in the city. So they probably added extra stores that you have to go to get this DLC content at, which is those 5 shops probably that they've cut out. But that entirely then depends on how they handle that in game, right? Is this 5 out of 100 shops, and those 5 then won't show up on your map, so you won't notice it? Or is it like 10 shops, and you're going to see half of them you can't get into? Like, I think that really matters, you know? Like, the entire sample size, it's really important to see where it goes. Still sucks, by the way, too, because it's probably going to be you're going to be able to walk past that store and go to walk in, and it's just, like, not going to let you. Or, God forbid, they put a pop-up in the game. Like, you go to open the door, and it's like, you don't have access to this. You're broke. Buy the edition.
Right. I haven't really played too much of Rockstar's previous games, including, obviously, their deluxe editions, but other games, how they typically handle it, it's usually just cosmetic editions.
Yeah.
Which seems to be that's the case. It seems like it's mainly cosmetic. The issue I have, again, and it could be wrong, but from what I've seen, is that usually with these cosmetics, when you buy deluxe edition, it's like delivered in a menu off screen. It's like
Yeah.
you hit escape and you downloadable content and you just redeemed items. I don't really like it when games remind you while you're
Mm-hmm.
playing the game that you didn't buy the super special edition.
Yes, I agree.
Because it's like that's fine for people who care. It's like maybe I don't, but then it's like if I buy the regular edition of GTA and I keep like passing by that store, I'm just going to keep thinking like, oh yeah, that's the deluxe edition, and then it takes me out of the immersion.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas if it was just a menu, I would never think about it.
Yeah, I really hope this is cope, obviously, and I have a lot to say, but I really think it's going to entirely depend upon, particularly at least, if how the storefronts look, right? Like, are you going to drive past it and go, that's the deluxe one? Or is it just going to not be there, right? Like, it just looks like a blank storefront when you drive past it, you know? I would be really curious how they handle it, but it seems bad either way. I don't know. It's not the first time
And
Rockstar's done this, though. That's also
yeah,
worth noting.
Wait, question.
Yes.
So if you buy the base game,
Yeah.
and then if you change your mind, actually, I want the deluxe one. Does that mean you have to spend like $180 in total?
No, it'll be a
no.
$20 edition is usually how that works.
Oh, okay.
It'll function as a DLC, essentially.
Gotcha,
You'll have to pay $20 more in order to access that content. At least that's how it's worked in the past. I imagine they're not going to do it any differently. There's a lot of financial reasons they could have done this too. Now, besides not wanting leaks, a very common thing with GTA 5 was the game share tactics on PlayStation, which I don't know if either of you know that, but like there's a way you can log into someone else's PlayStation account and then put a disc in that they own on your PlayStation, then turn it offline and like essentially log out, and it then burns the copy of the disc onto your hard drive instead. And so then it acts like you own it. And so you can essentially get a copy for free. There's like ways to do it. I'll never say I had friends who did that in high school, but that definitely happened a lot. For friends to be like, yo, bring your disc to school, and then we can like do the game share and like get it. That was definitely a common thing. And I can't imagine though Rockstar's that afraid of it. That's what really bothers me is we've seen all this outrage on Twitter today about a bunch of stuff, and then tomorrow it's still going to say GTA had $1 billion in pre-orders, and everybody who was like, I can't stand this. Exactly like they're going to just be like, oh, I can't handle these tactics, and it's going to be like everybody bought it anyway, right? Like,
all right, it's going to be like, oh, I hate that they're doing this, and pulls out a credit card. Like,
yeah, it's who are we kidding ourselves? And half of these like rage bait accounts on Twitter today who are saying all this stuff, like you go through them and they're like, this really killed my hype for GTA. And you search their Twitter account, you're like, other tweets about GTA, nothing. Not a single one. It's like you just are just jumping in to jump in, you know? But I still think it sucks. I think it can be true that I'm excited for the game and I'm still going to play it, but also not like that they did this. Like, I think both things can be true. I think some people will try to pay with their wallet and just not buy it. That's fine. That's completely okay. But I also don't think people who, waited 15 years for this game and want to buy the super fancy edition because they want the extra clothes and they're hyped should be shamed for it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's weird too. It's weirdo behavior on both sides.
So, I wanted to sort of talk more generally about game prices
Yeah.
because I've always had a hot take, a super nuclear take that games should have been a lot more expensive for a long time now. And then GTA would also have been an exception. So like
Yeah.
my first point is that I mean, I wonder because surely, GTA probably has like some economists on their team or someone who did the math and they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is the optimal price point of dividing it up with 80 and 100, even though maybe the way they communicated it could have been handled better or the way they
Yeah.
split the deluxe editions. But someone was like, okay, offering an $80 version would be optimal for sale,
Yeah.
which is interesting because you also made the note earlier, well, at least maybe before the podcast, but the current price of GTA, accounting for inflation, is cheaper
Yeah.
than what GTA 5 would have been at launch. Just for reference, I was curious, so I went and did the inflation calculator, right? Games used to be $60
Yeah.
for a very long time, and back in 2013 when GTA 5 was released, it was $60.
Yeah.
Now, if you take that today, how much that $60 would be equivalent to, it would be $87 in 2026. So this is actually relatively cheaper,
Yeah.
accounting for inflation, than GTA 5 was, which is why I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because this is way bigger and was way more expensive. They should have just had the base edition $100
Yeah.
and then had kept everything that is sort of causing the controversy, like all these shops that should have been part of the standard edition, have it at 100, part of that base game $100. And then the deluxe edition, I don't know what they would have done. I know a lot of games it's like a really big deluxe edition, and there's usually like a figurine or a statue and
Yeah.
other like little props. I don't know if this one has it. I feel like they don't. With the ultimate edition being $100, I feel like it's just these editions. Again, I'm not Rockstar. I'm sure they did the math and they found out that this
Oh,
is
yeah, for sure.
the optimal point. So then my critique would be, well, okay, if this is what works best for you guys, you probably should have communicated it better to not cause so much controversy. But I don't know. I think a lot of the problems with gaming nowadays is that games haven't been kept up with inflation until more
No,
recently. And because of that, I think that's like downstream of a lot of problems that happen in game development nowadays.
I agree. I
We've talked
100% agree.
we've talked a lot on this podcast about games that come out and it doesn't matter. They come out, they flop, the game, everyone's fired. They come out, it was a
Yeah.
success, everyone's fired anyway for some reason. And it's like, what is going on in the background with all these gaming companies and people, just developers losing their jobs no matter what? So I don't know. I feel like I don't know what exactly the reason is, but I feel like there's just some issue with how the market for gaming works.
No, I agree. And I feel like I wrote this in my little notes that I shared with you guys, but I feel like a lot of the problem is too, they're grabbing onto like for example, the no physical edition thing sucks because when you buy a digital game, you don't actually technically own that game. You own a license for the game and you're allowed to play it, right? And there's a lot of complaints that it's like you're not truly owning something and all these things. And those are all very valid takes. But Rockstar is not the first company to do this. It's more obvious because they're only releasing digital editions. But this is also the case for Mario Kart World and a lot of Switch 2 games that are only digital and just have a cartridge that loads stuff in. You know, this also isn't the first time Rockstar's had controversy about deluxe editions. Famously, the collector's edition for Red Dead Redemption 2, which came with like a chest, a map, all this stuff, didn't come with a copy of the game. It was $150 and it didn't come with Red Dead. You had to buy Red Dead along with the collector's edition. So this is not the first time they've done this. That's the thing where people are like, I can't believe Rockstar would betray me. Bro, they've done this for a decade. GTA 5 had exclusive missions, planes, and outfits that you could not get if you did not pre-order in the past. The whole stunt cycle things. Red Dead had a whole base and gang operation outpost that you could not use in-game if you did not have that deluxe edition. It's a constant thing. They've done it before. It's better than things like what's it? I think something more important, actually, I'm phrasing this badly, to talk about is the fact that when you pre-order it, they give you free GTA Plus with your purchase, which is like the online subscription or whatever. Like you get free 3 months of GTA Plus if you play GTA Online, assuming you redeem that code so that you can play for free on launch when they eventually add online, right? But somebody noted if you use that code, it still connects it to your PlayStation's credit card. So you'd have to remember to cancel it in 3 months, or you suddenly just start paying for GTA Online even if you didn't pay for it if you redeem that like extra bonus. That
Wait,
sucks.
is GTA Online like a separate cost? I'm confused.
No, GTA Online is free, but they have like a premium edition that you pay a subscription for that gives you like
Oh,
extra stuff.
really?
Hmm.
This is also in 5?
It's in 5,
Just a
yeah.
sub? Oh my
They
god, I
they
didn't
treat
know that.
online as its own thing now, but you launch it through 5
Hmm.
still. I imagine, I don't know. I also saw things that were like GTA 6 online is going to be a separate purchase. I don't believe that. They're going to do free to play connected to the game just like Red Dead and the other. I don't entirely understand how it works because I never really played GTA Online. I was a single player Rockstar enjoyer, story based gaming guy here. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I need to check my notes again for other stuff too.
Are you actually able to screen share? Because I didn't realize like their website actually has a lot on
Yes,
GTA
I can
6. Use
actually.
that. Yeah.
I can make this happen. Let's see, Rockstar. Actually, it would be really good to go through it because some of these, I think, separately of any of the controversy on additions and things you may miss out on, um, I feel like has overshadowed a little bit how beautiful those pictures they released today look. They're like nuts. Okay, here, I'll screen share this for people who are enjoying the pod. Here we go. It's kind of weird. You have to scroll through it. The fidelity and everything is just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like actually crazy how good it looks. Like this art of them is like amazing. And the fact that this is apparently, I saw somebody was saying the other day, this is in engine. This is not like a cutscene.
Pre-rendered, or
Like it
yeah.
looks like this. Like that's crazy. Okay, wait. So let me go through these pictures they showed. Vintage Vice City pack. Yeah, this is like all the stuff they've added that's supposed to be from the original Vice City on PlayStation 2. Like look at some of these pictures, man.
So
Holy shit.
these are the pre-order bonuses. That's just if you order
Yeah,
early.
essentially
Yeah.
that's a lot of what they showed. Like look at the reflections on like the windshield, dude. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
I'm like worried. I don't know how this will run because we never got a PS5 Pro. We just have the base PS5, and I'm like a bit worried about how it'll run on that.
I saw a thing that
Do we
said it's
get
going to
specs
have,
yet?
they didn't give specs yet, but I saw a thing that said it will have performance and quality mode. And that it'll most likely be like Red Dead was, where quality is 30 FPS and performance is 60.
Okay, so we can still hit 60 if we want. Okay.
If they're able to make the game, like, look, you can see his individual hairs on his arm. That's insane. If they can even give you a fraction of how good this looks on a standard PS5 in like 60 FPS, I don't know what to say. Like, that's nuts.
There's going to be a lot of memes if it looks like a potato. I
Oh
can
my
tell.
gosh, if it looks like
I
shit on
know.
base PS5, it's gonna be bad.
Because I
It's
feel
gonna
like
be really
most.
bad.
Because what is it for Xbox? Is it like Xbox? I don't know what the Xbox
Oh yeah, I
console is
forget what the
called now.
current Xbox run is.
But my point is like most people probably still have the. I don't know. I don't really know anyone personally who has like a Pro. I don't know if Glenn had one or
I don't have a PS5 Pro
no.
either.
Yeah, and it's like I don't think a lot of people do. So like the majority of people are going to be playing this on like PS5 or whatever the equivalent for Xbox is. And if it doesn't look that great, I don't know, it's gonna be a problem. But then looking at these screenshots, this is clearly, I feel like this is not what you're gonna see on your base PS5.
Probably not. Also, a lot of this is definitely exaggerated. This is in engine, so it will look something like this. But they probably cranked every effect, and if you actually ran the game at the state it's running in now, it'd probably be like 5 FPS.
Right.
They've clearly exaggerated it to look, better than most stuff does. Let me see if there's any more pictures and stuff they've released. Maybe through this Ultimate Edition stuff. Yeah, here's like the new vehicles or whatever they added. It's crazy how beautiful it looks. But I don't know. They
That's the
need,
Ultimate Edition right there.
yeah. It's time for them to show a trailer, honestly. Like, I know we've said that, like, they move in silence. I know Glenn made that point, like, a couple weeks ago that they don't owe anybody anything. I think after showing the price points and all the controversy, I think you now owe people footage. Like, I think it's time. You got to start showing some stuff or people are going to be, like, really upset.
And Mina, you haven't played the older GTAs, have you? Or
I tried 5, but it was really hard to drive, and I got really angry.
oh yeah, I
I
remember
didn't.
you were playing 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fun. I've been playing through GTA 3 again, actually. I had to go and find my old copy. But I've been playing through it, and it's been really fun. But that game is very old. I mean, it came out in 2001. But I'm really curious. One of the things that's big about GTA 2 is, like, commentary. Like, they're always parodying stuff or, like, talking about, like, controversial topics and everything in the games. And, like...
Really? Like what?
Like, they used to have, like, famously, like, they'd, like, be really exaggerated, like, capitalism things. Like, dude, you can get the gulp with your face on it for an extra $5 at 7-Eleven. Like, you know, like parodying, like, radio bumpers that were, like, you know... What was the one in GTA 3? I just heard it today when I was playing some GTA before the podcast. It was like, all your favorite ads with pop fluff songs in between. That's just the way you like it, right? And, like, stuff like that. And people are like, is that gonna not ring as true after they were like, pay us $100 or you don't get all the features? Like, I'm not sure it hits the same. But still, it'll be really interesting. How much more did they show? Like, these don't even look like the same characters. They look incredibly different than, like, the first trailers. Like, this almost looks like a real photograph.
It looks like Theo Vaughn.
Oh my god, it is kind of low-key the Theo Vaughn mullet.
I wonder if you can, like, go to, like, podcasts in the GTA 6 and do all that.
That would be pretty cool. Apparently, one of the features is supposed to be, like, a real, like, social media thing going on.
Yeah, what I really want, like, aside from the price, because at the end of the day, it's whatever, just a little disappointing maybe, but I really need to see more, because
Yeah, exactly.
I like, you know, what is it keeping from typical GTA games and what is it adding? You know, one thing that I've always wanted to see more, and I think I've heard similarly too, is like malls with like and interiors. You can go to every interior, every store. It's different. Because one thing that with some of the older ones, I didn't play much of 5, but it's like a lot of the buildings are just like facades, and
Yeah.
it's like you can't really go in it. And one thing that would be really cool for GTA 6 to do is just much more of that like realism, and like that's a building and I can go inside that building if it's a shop or just a storefront or whatever and walk inside and there's people inside. I'm really that's what I'm most looking forward to, that like extended level of realism with interacting with the world.
Yeah,
Texas
I
also
agree.
said we should discuss what songs or what artist is gonna make on radio.
I think that's a great discussion. Because, not to spoil a point I'm going to make in my... I also think this is the end of the website. Or actually, no, there's a bunch more. Oh, goodness, it's, like, freaking out. Oh, yeah, this is getting into, like, the deluxe stuff. Anyway, I'll move it back to the normal podcast cam. One of the things that's interesting about the old GTAs is they almost work like time capsules. Because they, like, capture a lot of what's popular at the time when the game was made, right? So, like, listening to, like, GTA 3 radio, like, when I was playing it, I was like, oh, all these songs are hits from when I was a kid. Or, like, oh, these have all been included with, like, these radio bumpers I used to hear growing up in the States. Like, things like, you know, 108.7 Rock. Like, very, like, U.S., New York, East Coast, like, radio bumper, like, talk show hosts and stuff. Like, that's all present in that game. Like, the game encapsulates all of it. So I'm curious how GTA 6 will do that. Like Alexis had said in chat with, like, different artists and stuff. It'll essentially be a captured time capsule of 2026. You'll be able to look back at it and be like, this is what it was like. You know, those artists and styles.
But, like, weren't they working on it for them, like, for a long time? So wouldn't that mean, like, it would be, like, music from 2025, more likely?
Yes, that is true. It will probably be, like... They usually have, like, radio stations in the game that's, like all genres, like throwback hits and other things like that. But it's been so long. That's the thing. Like, all the other GTA games were like 4 or 5 years apart, so they weren't too different. This one's been almost like 15 years. So like
Yeah,
a
that's
huge
the
amount of cultural stuff happened since the last one.
yeah. Wait,
A lot. 2013? That's 13
hold
years
on.
ago.
That's before Trump 1, Trump 2, Charlie
That's
Kirk.
both of them. All of that stuff. Yeah, all of that happened. Even more,
Whoa.
social media's Vine lived and died. The PlayStation 4 was not out yet when this game came out. This game came out before I was in high school, not to date myself, but I was in 8th grade when GTA 5 came out. I am now a grown-ass man who pays taxes. Like, that was a long time ago, you know? Like, everybody's been making the tweets, and it's like, obviously, it's like the overrun joke, right? But I don't know how it was for you in Japan, but when you were a kid and you tried to buy a game in the States, like, you had to be of a certain age, or they wouldn't sell it to you, and they'd be like, your parent has to be present for
yeah.
the transaction. That was like a whole thing. And it's like, when I was a kid and I got GTA 5, my mother had to be present. She had to stand next to me while they read out all of the inappropriate content in the game to her, and she had to agree that she was okay with it in front of me.
Mm.
And now when I go to buy GTA 6, they'll be like, is that cash or card? Like, it doesn't. Yeah. Actually, it won't even be that. It'll be the little PlayStation confirmed purchase noise, because I'm just gonna buy
Oh yeah,
it
you won't
digitally
even
if there's
speak
no
to a
disc.
human.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah.
It's me on my on my living room like couch, just like, this is sick. Like, it's just buying the copy. That means it's a whole generation of kids that are gonna just steal their parents' credit card to buy it. They don't have to go through the humiliation ritual at GameStop. That's a
No,
real
but then
shame.
like they didn't earn it. They
They
didn't
didn't
earn
earn
it.
it.
Like,
That's so true.
isn't that crazy? Like they're gonna discover GTA for the first time ever. Like,
Yes.
and they're like,
It
whoa.
the game needs to do the public shaming that GTA 5 did back in the day. I don't know if you knew this, Mina, but fun fact. Back in the day, GTA 5 used to show the status of your character on your friends list to all your friends. So,
Whoa.
if whatever you were doing in game, it actively said that underneath your username on your friends list. So back in the day, it was a real thing where people would be like, you'd go on your friends list, and it would be like, I'll put him on blast because he's not here. It would be like, Mark is in the strip club in Grand Theft Auto 5. And it would just show up on your public friends list. I need 6 to do that too. It needs to like publicly shame people and stuff. Like, it was so funny. I distinctly remember messaging my friend Rob, bro, why are you in the strip club, man? What are you doing in there? And he's like, oh, it's for a mission. It's for a mission. It's story-based. Story-based. It's fine.
It's like for 6 hours?
Yeah, 6 has been in the strip club for 6 hours. Please, Rockstar, please. You have to do this. But back then, you couldn't fake your online status like you can now. Like on Steam, where you can just turn it off like you don't show up as online. That wasn't a feature back then. What else did I write down about GTA? Let's see. Oh my gosh, bro. Microsoft Word. Terrible app. There goes our Microsoft sponsorship. That was it. I mean, Mark, you already made my big point I wanted to talk about with inflation. And I think we talked about it in Josh said it in chat. Shout out to Josh. But I love that it's weird that people started to notice that there's like this pocket watching that goes on with games now. Like, it sucks that it's the $100 edition's like the full thing, but it's just as weird to sit on Twitter and pocket watch people who want to buy it. Like, that's weird behavior, you know? Like, I saw so many bots while doing my research for the podcast who were like, people being like, I finally own GTA, or like taking a picture of like them buying it, because like I think New Zealand's in the time zone where you can buy it now. So like people overseas have started buying the games already. And then like every comment under it is like, you know, technically, legally, you don't actually own this copy because under law, they've only rented you. Like, it's like, shut up, bro. Like, no one cares. Like, like, you're annoying.
Listen, but that's the language you have to speak on Twitter. That is just like a requirement. You can't be normal on Twitter.
No, exactly. You can't. I say it every week, I feel like, but put the Maximilian dude tweet in the rafters of him saying, this website sucks if you like anything. Like, it's just true.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about all the stuff on GTA. I think artist-wise for the music, though, to make sure I answer that formally, I really want to see. I think less than I want modern music. It's been so long since the last one. I want music that, like, was iconic. Like, even if it kind of sucks. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want, like, key songs from the last 10 years, even if I don't like them, because it should represent how it's been for 10 years. You know?
Because I was gonna bring up like how do you think the vibe of the game is gonna be given how long it took to develop? Is it gonna give more 2016 or early
It's a
2020s?
great
You know,
question.
I feel like probably early 2020s, which I don't think is that different from really nowadays.
No.
But if it's any earlier, like 2016, it's gonna be already outdated, which I don't think so, because they probably didn't do serious development until much more recently.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
within the last 5 years versus 10, yeah.
It's gonna be. I also just saw Alexis's comment that said Jelly Roll. That'll definitely be in there. There has to be like tons of country music as well, probably because they're including like, because it's not just Vice City. Like the last time they did a Vice City game was 2000s, and it was just Miami, right? But now it's Miami and the surrounding area of Florida. So it's like you have to have like the country redneck music. Like I don't.
Wait, do you think the missions will include like, oh, go to this like redneck's
Oh yeah.
house and not get shot?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
like
One of the things that happened in the leak, like the leak that happened years ago, back in like 2021, when someone leaked like footage of the game, one of the missions they showed that leak, it was like 3 missions got leaked. It was like robbing a gas station, one was like running from the police, like driving, and the third one was a side quest where you have to go kill an alligator in some guy's pool. He's like, bro, it ate my
hey, the
dog.
big killer already did that.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, Clav was ahead of the times.
No, for real.
But yeah, I think yes, exactly. I would not be surprised if that was a thing. I remember when GTA 5 came out was around the controversy of like the iPhone stuff and like social media apps like tracking your information and the things you say into it. That was like when that first started to happen, and it had that mission where like not Mark Zuckerberg gets on stage and is like, "No, our phone doesn't listen and doesn't have any non-safety features. Look," and he like goes to talking to it and it blows up and like blows his head off. Like I need GTA 6 to like not pull punches. That is honestly the thing I'm the most afraid of. I want it to be a good cultural impact, like all the games are. Lots of great music. Like it needs to have Kendrick music because of the whole beef thing. Because then people will be like, "Oh, I remember that," right? Like I want a ton of that. I want different genres, but more than anything, please don't pull punches. The games have always been great because they're funny. Like they're very serious. They take themselves seriously at certain points. They're mafia games essentially to an extent, but it always like threw a lot of humor in there to keep it light. And I need the game to do that and not be like Red Dead is like really serious. There's like almost nothing funny in Red Dead. I mean, there are funny side missions and moments, but when I think back of like Red Dead Redemption, I don't think of like, other than the scene where they're all drunk in the bar, I don't think of a lot of like humorous moments other than like memes. But when I think of GTA 5, I think of all the funny moments more than anything. So I really hope it'll be like that. Like include stupid songs too. Like put like the freaking "What Did the Fox Say" or some shit. Like some real throwback where like you hear that and you're like, "Oh my god, I was 14 when that came out." Stuff like that. That just dated myself too, so I'll slowly die thinking about how
Did
long
they
ago that
release
was.
the map for the game yet?
They
Or
show nothing, literally nothing.
okay, because I've definitely seen like maps of it, but I didn't know if that was like a fan thing or
It's all
not
fan stuff
real.
right now.
Oh, okay. So we actually don't know. Okay.
A lot of that is speculation based upon the old GTA Vice City map.
Okay.
But that was for a PlayStation game from like 2006. So, it's changed a lot since then. I'm really curious. I'll say it again. They need to show something. It's at the point now where it's like, hey, we're 5 months out. You announced these prices. Justify them. Really knock our socks off. You know what I'm saying? But nothing today other than those pictures. So we'll see, I guess. But that's all I have to say about GTA. I don't know if you guys had anything else you'd want to say, but I'm excited still. I'll be honest. I am still excited. I think it's stupid we said this 2 weeks ago when we talked about God of War, but I think it's stupid to like, tell other people what they have to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? It could be one thing to say you're not happy and you think this is bad because X reason, right? But if someone else goes, yeah, but I don't care. I've, wanted this game for 15 years. I'm so happy, right? It's weird to then be like, no, I hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah. No, the more that, you know, the stuff comes out for this game, I'm also getting pretty excited to play it as well. Even though I haven't really played too much of the older ones, just mainly a bit of 4 and 3 and 5. But no, I'm looking forward to it too. And I think we just want to see more at this point.
Yep. Hopefully they're between this episode and next week, there's another trailer. And then for like the 5th week in a row, we can talk about GTA. Because I think like half of our podcasts have had like GTA segments. So
I mean, it's the biggest game coming out this year, so that makes
it's the biggest
sense.
game of probably the
And
last 10 years.
yeah, even so.
I
So
saw,
and then they're going to do that whole marketing push that they say we're not ready for, which I don't know what
I
that
imagine
means.
that's
It's
going to
like,
start tomorrow. That's
are
my
you going to blow
opinion.
something up? Like, what is going on? Like,
I saw a thing today that I hadn't really thought of before because numbers get bounced around so much. That like GTA cost $2 billion, right? Like that came out. It's cost Rockstar and them $2.16 billion, right? To make the game. And like you hear that number and numbers get thrown around so much in the news, especially here in the States, right? Where it's like blah, 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 blah. And then someone pointed out to me, they were like, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai cost $1.5 billion. So it is more than that. And I was like,
I just
that's insane. It's insane.
I don't even know how that would add up. Like,
They
I know it
need the
took a
game
while,
to sell
so
well.
it will. It's just more like if it for them a flop, they're still gonna make money on it. But are they gonna make? They need to like blow it out of the water, really.
Yeah, because you got to think
Which
about it. If the prediction of the 2 billion is the game, right? So that doesn't count marketing. That doesn't count any other costs that go into it. And yes, to answer the chat question, it is the most expensive game ever made.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. Nothing has been this
GTA
expensive.
6 specifically?
Mm-hmm. Nothing's been $2 billion.
Oh.
I forget what the next most expensive was. It might have been 5. To be
I will
honest.
say, because I am taking financial accounting, that
This is your moment. Lock
there,
in.
yes, I think so when they say, because there's a difference between like revenue and income, like to me that
Yes.
sounds the same, however it's not the same thing. And like there's a lot of the practice problems that I'm doing for that class is teaching me like, oh, that companies can really fluff up the numbers by using different accounting
Absolutely.
methods. So I don't think you should take that number at face value, because they don't, it's possible that they're not using the same like
Absolutely
accounting
not.
method to get to that number. So that's just like my 2 cents on nerdy
Yeah,
finance.
it's no official numbers. It's all insider info and like stuff people have heard, you know. And again, like I don't know, there's also that unhinged quote which like the Take-Two CEO is already kind of crazy. But there was that unhinged quote he gave like 1 month ago when someone was like, "So, we heard about, like Mark said, we heard about this big rollout you have, right? Like, oh, it's this huge thing. What's going to happen?" And his direct quote was, "You're not ready. We're in the business of eating red meat for breakfast," or something like that. Like some completely
What?
what does that
unhinged
mean?
statement. I don't know. And I'm just like, dude, are you going to like shoot someone on TV and be like, you can do this in Grand Theft Auto? Like, what?
They're going to kill someone. Oh no.
Yeah, they're going to just kill somebody on TV. It's insane. It's actually insane. And I'm
They're actually
excited.
gonna beat Mark live.
Yeah, they're going to beat Mark live. It's over. Brace yourself. The Take-Two CEO is gonna break in on live stream to your apartment tomorrow and just be like, "It's gonna have a little watermark pre-order now." Yeah, but that's all I got. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Last point, because I was looking it up while we were making those comments. I see like analysts are trying to project like the GTA sales to be roughly, I think 30 million units within like the first when it comes out.
Yeah.
So I think if it's under that, it's kind of a flop, even though they would have made money.
Yeah.
And really, a blowout scenario would be 50 to 60 million units. So I think 30 million would, like, in the first week or month is kind of like what the number we're looking at. And if it's
Yeah.
under or over that, yeah.
I agree. I mean, the prediction I saw yesterday was like $1 billion tomorrow. They think in the first 24 hours of the pre-order
The
thing being
pre-orders,
open,
yeah,
they'll make $1
already a
billion.
billion.
I believe it.
I do
believe
too.
it.
It's insane. So we will see. It's gonna be interesting. I feel like we could really run into a scenario where like it becomes hard to get a PlayStation again. Like in 2020 when it was like impossible to get a PS5. I think it could reach the point where it's like there's already a RAM shortage and all this stuff. The Steam machine is $1,000, which sucks. I was gonna talk about that, but like, what's there to say? It got increased because RAM shortage.
Well, they should have bought it. So that's kind of on you for
I know,
not
right?
buying it when you should have. So
Also, I need more water for my data center. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Godspeed to Rockstar if it does bad. that meme where they're like, "Fuck, bro, it only made $10. I spent
This costs so much to make."
Yeah, exactly. But speaking of expensive and good-looking games, Mina, you have been playing 007 James Bond.
Yes. I wouldn't say it's that expensive, but it was like $60, I think.
I think something like that, yeah.
Shout out Lauren for sponsoring my game. That
We
was a
love to
birthday
see it.
present.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Lauren.
no, that was so goated because I was really on the fence about buying it versus not buying it. Glenn was really like trying to talk me out of it. It's like, why are you excited about that? And I was like, well, I don't know. It looks cool. And then she just sent me money. So I was like, well, that'll do it. So I did it. But I am 80% into the story. It's so cinema. Like when you were showing like the GTA footage and like the images that they posted,
Yeah.
like it was honestly reminding me a lot of like the 007, like because it has like as a concept it's kind of the same, right? There's like shoot guns, cars, hot women, like it's
Yeah.
basically kind of conceptually the same thing.
Yeah.
But so like there is some like driving, and they're driving cars, vehicles.
I've seen some of the footage of the driving sections. It looks cool.
I really actually like the driving in this game because I don't know, like if it's like a controller thing or what, because I did play GTA 5 on PC and I absolutely did not enjoy that
Yeah.
because it was really just hard to control. And like, I mean, it could be a skill issue because I mean,
No,
I'm a woman, so Asian woman at that. So,
Oh, no.
you know,
I mean, that is a thing though with
would that
Rockstar
be-
games. Like they're bad not on controller. Like
yeah,
film
but then
stuff.
I don't know. It just sounds like cope. I think it's fine. I'm just being
You're
an
learning.
Asian woman. No, but 007, it's really fun. Like it's like I feel like I am actually controlling it, like,
Mhm.
and that's nice.
Yeah.
My God, it's so beautiful. Like, okay, are you both like, did you like grow up on like 007 like
I did.
franchise? Like, were
I
you obsessed
definitely
with
did.
it as a kid? Okay. Mark.
Not so much me. I saw a couple of the movies, but I know Willis and I talked about it before. How he was really into the series, I guess. Or
My
the
dad loves
franchise.
those movies. It was definitely a like sitting on the couch with my dad. Like when dad gets the remote, like James Bond is on the television kind of vibe, right? Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, I had that phase too. And I think it was also my dad's it might have been collective, but he was excited that I was into it. Anyways, I had that phase in high school, but then like and then I forgot about it
Yeah.
for like 10 years, and then so I guess it really is just like GTA like for you because it's like
Hmm.
like what? Like it's been like 15 years for you.
Yeah, it's about I think 13
Um
since 5 came out. 25 was 2013, I think. So yeah, 13 years.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, I don't have the exact number, but I know like it's been a long, like I genuinely forgot about the 007 franchise. Like I
Yeah.
think I watched Skyfall and like that was it, and I just kind of moved on with life. So it brought me back to like, oh, I used to like this. And it's so stupid, but like listen, sometimes you just need simple things.
That's
All
true
you
though.
need, good graphics, driving, blowing shit up,
Yeah, exactly.
shooting things, killing evil people, and fucking bitches.
Exactly. I mean, that's what James Bond is about, right? Like that's a huge part of that.
It really is, and it hits on all of that, and it makes me so like, it's so cheesy, and it makes me so happy.
Yeah, because the devs who made it did Hitman. And so I have no experience with the new James Bond game, but I have played the Hitman games, and those are amazing.
So I've been told, but I don't know that game.
You're the
So
reverse, yeah.
yeah, we'll see if I end up going down that road.
But that's a question I actually have for you is one of my favorite things in the Hitman games is when you do the missions, like you go to do a hit, right?
Yeah.
Like you go out in the mission,
Mhm.
it takes you to this new area and you have to kill this person, and it's usually in like a populated thing. Like there's a famous mission, you're at a giant party in Dubai, right? And there's like you have to kill him without being seen. There's always like 4 or 5 ways to solve the problem. So it doesn't like force you into it. And some of them are like just, get him alone and shoot him. And others are like goofy and silly, like drop a chandelier on him in the middle of the room. Does James Bond kind of do that as well?
Oh, actually, yes, I would say
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
because, well, okay, I'm gonna put a spoiler warning here for those
Okay,
who
that's fair.
care about, being spoiled, but because I'm gonna talk about like some of the missions, but
Yeah, go ahead.
so
They've
there
been warned.
are, okay, so they've been in some missions, like so you're given like a couple of different like spy gadgets, and like so you can only equip up to like 4 of them, but you're given more than 4. I forget, like maybe 7, like so you have to like pick and choose like the slot or like of like what gadgets you want to bring with you for each
Okay.
mission. And they like, I'm doing like an easier mode, so like they kind of give you guidance on like, oh, like a hint into like, okay, so you're going to be doing these things, so like you might want to bring this thing, it might
Yeah.
be helpful. So they kind of guide you in that way. But so depending on like the gadgets you bring and the things you like, the choices you make, because you can't backtrack and change it, like it's like once you leave to the mission, like you're locked in with the
Yeah.
gadgets you have. So I do think there's a couple of different ways to like do stealth mission. Like there is the mission I was doing last night was like not a chandelier, but like you could shoot the like overhead light and then like kill the enemy or like distract
Oh,
them
yeah.
and then like hit them from the back. Like so that's what I ended up doing, but I could also see like, oh, I could just like face them like up front and just like shoot them because they did
Yeah,
give me a
exactly.
gun. So like I think there's a couple of different ways to go about it too. So you do have like some like creativity in doing missions, which is very, very fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I hope they add one of my favorite features in Hitman, I think would work really well in James Bond, is Hitman had a continuous story just like the James Bond ones do, but then it would like let you go back and like level select. I don't know if James Bond is this way, and like you could redo certain sections if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I think so. So like I would say the way it's set up is very similar to like Cyberpunk.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
very, very similar to Cyberpunk because like so Cyberpunk, it's like a story, and like
Yeah.
you can do the story mode and like go through all of it, or you could choose like chapters or like the scenes of like specific like where you want to start, and then
Yeah.
you can like start from there. So
Okay,
like
that
you
makes
could do
sense.
that in like you don't have to do linear. You can just kind of like, oh, let me start from this like chapter 7, like if you
Yeah,
want to.
exactly.
Um, so you could do that, which is, but I don't think there's like level stuff, or maybe not in the mode that I'm doing.
Yeah, because Hitman didn't launch with it. It got added later. I hope they
Oh,
do this for
okay.
James Bond, but one of my favorite things they did for Hitman was they let you do like user created missions. So like your friend could take like a part of the map
What?
and then be like, you have to kill this person and then they'd like set a time on it to like prove it could be done, and it would upload it, right? And be like, oh, your friend completed this mission they made in 5 minutes. Like, try and beat their time and stuff like that.
Hey, that's so fun.
And I would love it if they did that for James Bond too, because that was like a really fun, like, casual multiplayer mode of just like, oh, like, you know, Mina made a level, let me go and see if I can complete it, you know. I always thought that was really cool. And I think that,
I don't think it's multiplayer though. Is it?
No, it wasn't.
I don't think
Hitman
so.
wasn't either. It was more just like you build the level and then have other people do it. But that was like an addition way later on. So I don't know if they intend to do the same thing or if they're more like, this is more linear. We just want it to be a campaign.
I like the campaign style.
Yeah, I mean, the Hitman campaigns are really good. They're really fun. I like those games. They're really good. They're a lot more violent, I think, than probably what James Bond is. Like, I don't know. Well, Hitman's rated M. I don't know if James Bond is.
Well, there's a little bit of beheading and that in James Bond.
Oh, okay. Well, that's. I mean, in Hitman, you can blow people in like 1,000 pieces. Like, you can make them. Like,
no, I mean, I don't see the pieces.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
You can make them like eat a bomb, and then they'll be like, "I don't feel good," and you hit it, and they just explode, right? Like it's
okay. No, not that.
It's very graphic, yeah. But that's like also part of the cartoonishness of the Hitman games, where they're like, "Whoa," you know.
I see. Ooh. Another thing I will say is, like, if you go through the linear like stories, like just in order, they make you go around different countries. So like it like the missions don't stay in one place. So I think you start in like Slovakia or something, and then you're obviously back in London for like MI6. Like that's where the headquarters is. But then they're sending you back out again to Turkey. And then that's when you see Lenny.
Oh, I was about to ask about him. Yes. How is his character?
It's so okay, to be fair, it's not like the main part of the story, but it is pretty important in the beginning part of the story. And like in Turkey, you see this like his like the way his character is introduced, holy aura. Like it's like, you know, like that image, the meme of Dr. House, like in like a cuck chair with like a cane.
Yes, yeah.
But with like a huge aura. It was like that. And I was freaking out. But I don't think you actually get to like really kill. Like he's supposed to be like the big boss of like
that makes sense.
And you're trying to kill like the lower, like the second in command, which you do, and then but yeah. But I mean, after that mission, you kind of don't see him. And then, oh my God, yesterday I saw so the Turkey, and then after that they sent you to Vietnam, and then you go to Antarctica or one of the north or south, I forget, but it's like the cold, one of the two, really cold, snowy. But in Vietnam, you see Hobby Lame.
Oh, the guy that that's where he is, because I'd seen the clip. Yeah, I'd seen the clip. They like put him out.
Stupid. He actually doesn't say anything, and I'm like, why?
You can tell the game had been in development for a while. They probably added him when it was like really relevant, and it's like been a few years.
But like, it's just so unnecessary. I don't think that was really needed. But there are a couple of other. I think I heard like, what is it? Jacksepticeye is somewhere.
I did hear that. I think he's a bartender in like the club section or whatever.
Oh, that's way in the beginning. Like the NPCs are really hard to miss. But yeah, no, it's really cinema. All like the stealth mission. Like I like that I have to like stay hidden at times. And like you can only shoot enemies once you get that license to kill mode activated.
Ah, that's super interesting.
It's
Wait.
Like, it is. So like MI6 will give you like, oh, you don't get to like just activate that. It's like you're given that by like MI6
that's
or like
super interesting. I didn't think that was how that worked.
Yeah.
Wait, because that changes how I look at this game now. Because I'm thinking just Hitman with James Bond, but you can't do my favorite thing I would do in Hitman, which is if I started to get caught, I'd just shoot whoever caught me.
No.
Like I'd be like hiding the body in the freezer, and they'd be like, "What is that?" And I would just be like, "Bang, bang, bang, bang." Like, if you can't do that, then like my go-to strategy would be like completely gone.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You actually have to like not get caught in some
And what was
situations.
interesting was before the game came out, they were like showcasing a feature where if you do get caught, you can talk your way out of it, which is
Did
Yes,
see that.
you can bluff. You can bluff. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. How does the bluff
Yeah, and
work?
then okay. So I found out the hard way. There's like so bluffing. Usually it's like one dialogue option,
Mhm.
but there are like NPCs that requires more than like one. So like you choose like one dialogue option, and then they say something back, and then you have to choose something again.
Okay, yeah.
So there's like a little bit of back and forth. You have to make like 2 or 3 like dialogue choices. There's apparently the right dialogue combo,
Okay.
and if I mess that up, they would literally just like I am caught. Like it's over. I have to like fail mission and I have to redo it again. And I was
That's
like,
interesting.
what? Like
That's like
there's the right thing to say here?
yeah, that's a when I think of that, I think of Persona. When you have to like convince the demons to join your team in Persona, it's usually the same thing. You have like 3 dialogue choices. You have to choose the right ones or they won't join.
It is really like that. And you have to memorize like which one is wrong and which one is right.
Yeah, exactly.
So I had to do a couple of those.
That's super interesting. I didn't expect it to work like that. I figured it was just like like RNG, like you'd hit the button and it'd say it worked or it didn't. I didn't think it would be like a Persona style, like talk your way through this. That's really cool.
Like not, I wouldn't say like all of like some of the characters are like that, but like I would say like maybe 75% it's just like one dialogue option and like
that's fair.
You kind of get away with it. But it's like you never know which ones are gonna be like tougher versus easy. So you just kind of have to figure it out.
Fingers crossed, right? You're like, hopefully this isn't.
Yeah. So I had to redo that a couple of times. And there was another thing I wanted to say.
Is it like I don't know if this is where your brain was gonna go, but how hard would you say the game is? I'm curious.
So I did do like easier mode, knowing myself.
That's fair.
For me, perfect. It's the perfect amount of like if you two did what I was doing, you would probably be bored.
Okay.
But for me, it's the perfect amount of difficulty, the perfect amount of using your brain. Like I'm not bored at all, but I'm also not like rage quitting either. It's like that nice middle. Which I tend to do a lot with these like so the Resident Evil like 2 that I played for like 1 second. There was like one puzzle like you had to do and you were like trying to like guide me through it like
oh yeah, with the medallions.
That and then there's like another one after that too. Like you have to look at like someone's notes and like
oh yeah.
It was all of that. It was too much for me. I was getting angry and like games like Blueprints just makes me so angry. So I just can't do like difficult puzzles like but this like the James Bond ones, at least in the mode that I'm doing, there are a couple of like, oh, you have to figure out the code for the safe or like, code for the door or whatever. Like I actually like read notes, and the notes aren't that long. It's not like the like BG3, like any item you find or like the letter is like super long. Like I'm not reading all that. Even in Final Fantasy 14, like listen, I'm not reading all that lore.
No, that's fair.
But in this one, it's like I think they make it intentionally like short and concise. So like I read it and I was like, huh. And then I look at the next clue and I'm like, oh, I get it. That's what the code is.
Because I always found I was going to say that sounds consistent with their previous games, which is good. Because I was worried maybe it would be a little too easy, even on like easy mode for whatever you're feeling. That's good.
No, it's challenging enough for me because I had to redo some stuff every now and then. I was telling Glenn this. One of the hardest mission I had to do, or not mission, but part of the mission that I had to do in this game was tying a bow tie for this for James.
Interesting.
They make you do that. Like I thought that was gonna be a cutscene, but no, it's like the button sequence, and I'm like, you have to get it right like 4 times in a row. And I was like, as soon as it entered the cutscene, I just like put my controller down. And then they were like, oh, actually, no, get back in here.
You
And they
gotta
make
do
you
it.
do like 4 different steps of like tying a bow tie, and I that was incredibly hard for no reason.
That's funny. It's like real life. Like tying a bow tie is a pain in the ass.
I know, but
True simulation. Like, oh, this
stop.
sucks. Like,
no, it really did suck. I'm glad I don't have to do that in real life.
can you tie a bow tie, Mark?
Like a basic one.
Yeah, like
What do you mean, the basic one? There's deluxe version?
Yeah. No, I mean, or just tying in general, right? Just like what you do for like a shoelace. Is that a bow tie? Or
No.
am I tweaking?
You're
Oh
tweaking.
wait, what's a bow tie?
No, it's actually, it's like one has to be longer, and then I don't remember.
Oh,
what it is
I have
again,
no
but
idea. I have no idea. Yeah, no.
Yeah, because I can't either. And I had to wear
Sorry, 'cause-
one
And
for a wedding, and I
you went to
remember.
Catholic school, like you would
I
think
know.
they teach you that shit.
I thought they just came like that. I didn't know you had to tie it.
Yeah, you have to
No.
tie it.
Oh.
I remember
I'm
I had to
going
wear
cooking.
one for a wedding that I was a groomsman in, and I was standing on the stage. This was a complete disaster too, because my pants came with a rip in them from Men's Warehouse as well. So I had to, like, 5 minutes before the wedding, get them stitched. And then I also had this bow tie done that, like, the dad of the groom helped me do. My buddy Kyle's dad, shout out to him. And I was, like, terrified the bow tie was going to come undone while I was up there, because, like, I couldn't fix it. Like, if it came undone, it was just cooked. Like, I wouldn't have known what to do. I'd have froze up. I'd have been like, oh my god, it's over.
Like just have someone else do it. Like they should just give it to you like in that shape, but like loose, so you could just like. Oh.
Usually they're clip-ons, like they're
Tighten it.
pre-tied, and then they're like
That's what
glued
I
into
yeah,
place,
yeah.
and you just clip it around your neck, and it's done. The fact that we had real ones, I was like, what? I think there was another one I had to do that for too. My buddy JP's wedding, I think, was a bow tie as well, and I remember it was, because I remember watching the father of the bride like tying the groom's bow tie because he couldn't do it. And I was like, brother, why'd you ask for these if you couldn't do it? Like, it just
Right.
could just been a normal tie.
The
But-
dad would have to do everyone's.
He did. I'm pretty sure he did every single one. We stood in a
okay.
line like little chuds, like, can I get mine done, please? Like, it was pathetic.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. I don't think I've ever worn like a bow tie in my life, or at least like if I did, it was like a clip-on.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
didn't realize it was something you tie like a tie.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was really wild. The 2 times I've had to do that, I was freaked
Now-
out.
Imagine doing that on a controller.
They really make you want to hate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad it sounds like it's good, because I wasn't sure how to feel about it when they first announced it. Because it's a prequel, right?
Me too.
It's like his origin, essentially. Right? Or am I insane about that?
And
That's what
so
I
in the
heard.
beginning, yes.
Okay.
But it progresses beyond, like he becomes like the Bond, like
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of throughout. Yeah, it's like the progression, and then there's like, because he's like he starts out as like this I think, was it Navy, or one of the, it's like a military kid, like,
Mm.
and he gets like, and he's like saves like MI6 like spies like on like a really random, by accident, or really, and then they're like, whoa, you
This
did
guy's cool.
amazing, come join us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No, that makes
And
sense.
then that's like the chapter 1, or like the first like mission you do is that. So you're not even like, your first like the tutorial part is like, you're not even like a Bond yet, really.
Oh, so you're just like him in like the military, essentially, at the start.
Yeah, you're just a little chud in the military.
Then
Really.
they're like, you seem
And
pretty
then-
talented. Come
Yeah,
join our
and then you get
program."
recruited. Exactly. And then you become the, you'd make a great 00 agent. And I was like,
Ah,
So-
I see.
but a lot of the I wouldn't say prequel, because you do a lot of missions under MI6 already.
fair.
Like, so
Yeah, because I saw people saying prequel, and I wasn't sure, because I thought he was James Bond in the game. It
I-
wasn't like...
he
yeah.
is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think he lives up
They
to
must
how
be
the movies
tweaking.
portray him? Or is it kind of like, since he's young,
Yeah.
he's not... Okay, good.
No, he's a fuckboy. Like, rightfully so.
That's
And
fair.
like, I think whoever the actor is did a good job. Like that little like smug like vibe, like no strings attached. But he loves. There's always the Bond girl
Yeah, of
or
course.
girls.
Yeah, there's always multiple.
And I really like that. And then there's betrayal. Like it hits all the like tropes you're
The key
supposed to
points,
hit in
yeah.
a Bond movie. Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Because it's been on my like list of like need to check out at some point. There's just been so many games. It's like it's been hard.
I know.
But speaking of games that take up a lot of time, you've also been playing FF14, which you brought up earlier.
Yes.
Which is quite the dichotomy, if I might say, playing 14 and playing James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've strayed away from it, but I need to go back.
There's no rush.
What level am I, Mark?
You're towards the end of A Realm Reborn, which is the first part of the
Ooh.
story before the first expansion.
I'm close to the end of it.
Well, no, because then you have to do the patch. Then this you're done with almost the point, the 2.0 story, and then you have to do the patch quest, which for A Realm Reborn is quite long.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, I remember that.
Right. Yeah.
But you're getting there.
It's a good chunk. Yeah.
I'm getting there. I
She's
guess.
almost to Praetorium, I would assume then. Like
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I am a dragoon. I want you to know that I am a dragoon.
Rise up. That's the
I'm
class.
no longer. Yeah. No, but I was. What is it? You start out as something else.
Oh, Lancer.
Lancer.
Because I've been leveling Dragoon as well in my free time. Fun class. I quite like it.
It is really fun. I like it too. But yeah, it's been fun. I like doing fetch quests, which I guess like some people really hate doing. But I find it kind of soothing.
I think that's low-key what an MMO is supposed to be. Is just lots of fetch quests, and then there's like a good story there, and then you do the raids and dungeons with friends. Or like randos and just have a good time. Like that's kind of...
That still scares me, but Mark
that's fair though.
Talked me into doing one with rando. Like, well, not completely because Mark was there, but he made it less scary for me. Like
she was doing Garuda, and I was like, oh, let me just join you for this one, and I went Scholar just to make sure everyone was alive. And it's just the story one, so it was just the one with 4 people.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fine. The one thing that 14 has changed more recently is that, and Mina has been doing this, is at least for... Oh, that's why I joined, because for a lot of the dungeons now, I think almost every dungeon in the game can now be done with the duty support, which is just the NPCs.
Oh, I've only done the NPCs, but you were telling me how that's not how it's always been, which
no,
like I would not have played it if that was the case.
And I don't think the trials, or maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think the trials are duty support, or at least not all of them.
No, you can wait. I'm pretty sure like everything I had to do so far, I've done only with NPCs.
Oh, okay, never mind. So I guess maybe at the base for the base game, you can do everything with duty support NPCs. But later on, I don't think they've extended duty support to all the trials. So the dungeons, yes, but the trials, which is just the one boss fights, I think that's when you might have to join a party, and you'll actually towards I forget at which point, but before Heavensward, you also have to do an alliance raid, which is with 24 people. But that's fine too, because if you die, it's like you're 1 out of 24. It doesn't matter.
I was about to say, in alliance raids, you can be a complete moron in an alliance raid and no one really notices. Although there's the one mechanic in the one she'll have to do that's like kind of hard, not really. When the dome thing comes up at the end of that raid, you have to like run out before he does the big ray, the final boss. Like everybody has to stand on the pressure plates.
If you die, it's...
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
I still see people die to that nowadays.
Well, last time I ran that, same thing happened. Like one guy was like, I needed to run away, and then got vaporized.
Yeah,
it happens. Mina's reaction to that was pretty funny.
But yeah,
vaporized. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You should go back
You gotta
and
catch up.
finish that.
No, I should. But I'm
'Cause
close to finishing Bond, so I'm gonna do that first and
yeah.
then
Oh yeah.
return.
I think that
Which, sorry, I don't want to go back, but like one last thing about Bond that I
no, go
forgot to
ahead.
mention is like, again, spoiler alert, if you haven't already been warned, like if you're listening to this, you're kind of cooked, but
Yeah.
the big part of the main story is it has a lot to do with like artificial intelligence, funnily enough.
Mm,
So it's like a Bond in like current age, if you think about it.
that's cool.
No, it is really cool. Like Loki kind of reminds me of Horizon
Ooh.
a little bit.
Did you ever finish
Um,
Horizon?
I don't think I finished it. I think that one's sitting at like 80 or something. I know I discovered all the maps. Like, oh, wait, do you remember? You might not, but there was one platforming like thing I had to do that had me crash out and like rage quit. And that's where it stopped.
I
I never
remember
went
that.
back
I
because
do remember that.
kept
I remember you
failing.
sitting.
I'm still and Rose, I tried to do it on my own, like after like 10 times, like not like on like screen, not like sharing with Discord. It was just completely on my own.
Yeah.
I can't. I just can't do it.
There's always that like optional challenge thing or like part of a story where you have to do something and it's
No,
like
it's not optional. I can't progress beyond it. It's genuinely like pissing me off.
that
So I never
sucks.
finished.
I've had that happen
Yeah.
with games before where like you fall off them because something else comes out or you get frustrated and you tell yourself like, oh, I'm totally going to go back and then you don't. I've done that so many times.
No, I've literally told myself I'm never fucking opening this game again. And then so
and then
no,
here
I'm
you are,
just
you've opened
joking.
it
I
again.
will go back. Ah, well,
Apparently
what can I say?
Sony's working on, is it a Horizon MMO? I heard about that. That's interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know
If
how
we
I
get
feel
the
about
graphics.
playing Horizon with
It-
other strangers on the internet. That's a scary thought.
I know, right?
Is it MMO or the Monster Hunter clone, which is I guess sort of.
Oh, maybe it is
MMO.
just the Monster Hunter
Yeah.
clone. I don't know. Actually, no, I think those are two different
Wait,
things. Maybe the
Okay,
MMO
yeah,
is
it might
canceled
be.
and then we only have the Monster Hunter clone.
Right.
isn't Monster Hunter MMO? I'm confused.
No, it's just multiplayer. Like you can co-op with it. MMO means
So
like the raids and everything usually.
I mean, see, that's the thing nowadays. Sorry, just a slight tangent.
No, go ahead.
Because in MMO, what people think of traditionally is like World of Warcraft, which is like a big world that's has other people in it, and you're doing, I mean,
Yeah.
you've been playing 14, you know, you don't really have to interact with people that much, but the option is there. You see them around, you might queue up dungeons and raids with them. But basically, the idea of an MMORPG, a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, is like you're in this big world and you're with other people, and you just sort of exist. It's like a second life
Yeah.
type of sim. But I feel like the big thing with MMOs these days is it's kind of like an older type of game where, back in the day that this is like pre-Facebook and Discord and all that. A lot of people socialized in these MMOs. And then, nowadays kids don't really play that. They play Fortnite or
Yeah.
Roblox, which is their
Yeah, but that's
social.
MMO. Like,
No, so I wouldn't call it an MMO, even though it's
wait,
fulfilling
so
that
how?
social.
But it's the same
It
thing.
usually has to do
No,
with like
but
server size, right?
yeah, and I think MMO not meant to be taken literally, but also you could also take it literally. Like Roblox, like all these other games, they operate more on like servers or lobbies.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's the direct. It's the lot. It's like an open, like a one world versus like a lobby system. And a lot of games nowadays, and this is where I was going to bring it back to like Monster Hunter.
Question.
Yeah.
You say that, but then on Final Fantasy 14, there are multiple. Like it's not one open world. Like you join like what is it, Mateus, and then like different like. Are these servers or
there's
whatever?
servers.
Yeah,
like,
but
but
go ahead because I pulled up a number
no,
for you, but finish your point.
yeah, but so there are servers, right? But when I say lobby, like, I mean, I don't play like Roblox, but I assume you the problem is I think those are also called servers, but you join like an
Yeah.
instance and
Yes.
you do an activity in that instance. Or take Fortnite, for example. Like you're playing with other people, but you're joining a game. It's an
You're
instance.
joining a match essentially.
Yeah, a match.
And it's not like a persistent world outside of that match. Like when that happens, you get sent back to a menu to join like a new game mode or something.
Right,
And,
the
and I
menu,
think
yeah.
some of it, as you pointed out, is like size. Like a Fortnite or a Roblox lobby is like what 100 people at most or something like that. I think it's like at any given time on one of those FF servers, there's 10,000 people at the same time, right? So that's where that's why it's massive multiplayer online, right? Like it's so many people at once. Like the server's handling people.
10,000?
I mean, some of the like big size servers they have like do 20.
That's crazy. Like you think like that's like 10,000, 20,000 people like all sitting in front of a computer at the same time.
Yeah, with their like bunny boy
Like
playing the harp. Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's wild. It's wild to think about.
Do you think like how many people are there on Earth?
8 billion?
7 billion. 8 billion?
Yeah.
How many of them are gamers, you think?
There was a study done about this. Wait, I can look this up. Let me cook.
Well, it depends if you count mobile, because mobile is 50% of the gaming market. So
Listen, King Shot counts.
It does.
no, it's okay. Glenn's not here, so you can
Yeah, Glenn's not on the podcast.
Right, shout out Alexis.
Dude, we can talk about turn-based games, mobile games. 3.4 billion people. About 45% of the global population.
But that's definitely including mobile.
It is including mobile. I looked it up, including mobile.
Yeah.
Okay. But like,
game enjoyers are game enjoyers.
Sorry, this is completely unrelated.
Doesn't matter.
You could stop me anytime.
No,
but like, listen, people I meet, people I like interact with in professional settings or like at work. How come I like the numbers don't make sense. Like one of them's gotta be a gamer statistically.
Yes.
But
none of them are.
They're closet gamers.
No, there's no way. There's no way, because I talk to them about like Leon Kennedy every single time, and like they're like they marginally know who that is, and like, but that's it. Like,
well, keep in mind that number is probably including people who've played like Angry Birds on their phone.
Right, like mobile
they
gamer.
Are now,
you know what I'm saying?
Gamers. Yeah.
Here, wait. I can look up another number while you guys are talking about this. Keep going.
Because I feel like I never. Well, I mean, the people I hang out with might be skewing my perception, but I just assume everyone. If you're trying to break ice and trying to get to know someone, you just like ask like, oh, so what games do you play? Like, and you start the conversation there. And then I'm realizing that there are people that question doesn't work.
Yeah. And it's also worth noting, I just pulled up a good stat to help you. That is not accurate by like location statistically. So like North America would be the least. We'd have 285 million gamers. The most is Asia, which makes up half. Asia makes up half. It's 1.4 billion.
Gooners
of that is Asia.
All the mobile games and Genshin Impact and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Gacha games, yeah.
So it's worth noting that it would be a less of a chance here in North America than even in Latin America. That's more than here.
That's
proportionally
crazy. Yeah. Did I ever tell you in Heartopia, like the only people you interact with are like either Portuguese or Brazilian? Because they only speak to me in like Portuguese.
Interesting.
And, like, I've never had an English-speaking person interact with me in that game ever.
Yeah, there's a ton of games that are popular like that. Certain games are really popular overseas too. Like it just depends on what you're playing. Like I remember being in high school. Back when like latency was not as good as it is now on like modern internet, playing like Counter-Strike Go, and you'd have some Russian guy who speaks no English with you on the North American server, and I'd be like, brother, are you playing at 150 ping? Like, why are you even playing on the server? Like, it's probably a slideshow on your computer, man. Like, what are you doing? I miss those memories, honestly.
Yeah, the point I wanted to go back to with like the lobby based stuff.
Yes, sorry.
Is because I've been playing. I've been going back into Monster Hunter recently. In just before the expansion next year, and you know I've always liked MMOs, but that's just like kind of like a dying genre, and everyone that plays is like in their 30s now. And I actually don't mind
including you.
including me, yes. And
He's
but
officially been aged on the podcast.
yes. But it's like even though we don't really have as many MMOs these days, what I really like sometimes is when you have these multiplayer games and they also have like a hub, you know.
Yes.
So I mean like I mean so many games, even though MMOs aren't really a genre anymore, you see a lot of like um these lobby games. And I wish more of them did like a hub system. So you see that in like Monster Hunter, it's like there's like the big town and or the little camps around the world, and you'll see people running around. And even if you don't like chat, it's just
Yeah.
nice to see people running around, and I like
It feels
that.
alive.
And then yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if, well, Fortnite's a whole different thing, but I remember when I was playing Arc Raiders, I wish like when you returned to the settlement, that I
Oh
wish that
yeah,
was like a hub area instead of like menus, because it's just cool to see other people.
I agree,
If you're playing
100%.
a multiplayer game, and it's like when you're done with the match, you go back into like a hub area. So I wish more games did that.
Wait, do you think you'll go back to that game? Because I remember there was one time when y'all were playing it like aggressively, and
On
now it just
launch, yeah, we played a
died.
lot. Mark and I played a bunch.
What happened? What happened? Bring it back.
The sweats showed up. Got competitive.
Ugh.
That game was stressful. Like these
So
extraction
was it
shooters are
only
so
cool in the
stressful.
beginning?
It was the same
But I
thing
thought
with
y'all liked
Marathon for
that.
me.
Oh, because you love Marathon.
But
I
here's
mean,
the
You love
thing.
stress.
it's the point, but yeah, go ahead.
Here's my thing. I think this is a really valid take about extraction shooters, and it's something I don't like. I guess you could say this about any competitive game, because shout out to our friend Lauren, who goes like radio silent when playing Rivals. But like, it sucks when you're like, I like to play games in our Discord chat when we hang out. I like to talk and play games, even if they're multiplayer. Like I played Deadlock, and you just hear me like calm over it. But there aren't exactly a ton of sound cues, or like sound isn't that important, so you can sit in a call and kind of figure it out as you go. You know what I'm saying? In something like Arc Raiders or Marathon, you have to like sneak around, be super careful, all these things, right? And like hearing a single footstep can be the difference between you living or you dying and losing all of your shit. Like it all being gone, right? Because when you die in those games, your corpse has all your stuff and people take it from you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your stuff is permanently gone. That's stressful because you don't want to lose your stuff because you worked hard to get your stuff. And, you know, it would suck if you're sitting in the Discord, and shout out to Marco, is like blasting TikToks into his mic, and because of that you didn't hear the person with a shotgun round the corner and kill you. Like that's not fun, you know? So I find extraction shooters, like I don't want to play by myself, and I also don't want to force like a group of people to go play and then be like, "Oh, we can't be in the same chat because we have to like listen or whatever."
So like, it's only fun at launch because the sweats aren't there. Like,
Yeah,
is it
people haven't
only
figured
fun
it
for a
out
few
yet.
months in the beginning?
It's new, you know. Yeah, people haven't figured it out yet, and the novelty is fun. And I had a lot of fun at launch, but I don't know. It's like maybe I'll go back, but I don't know.
Those
I
games are
might be interested
also,
in Marathon's PvE, but sorry, yeah.
I was gonna say Arc Raiders I think already added PvE.
Oh, I didn't know
It
that.
has PvE. They did it first. Marathon hasn't done it yet. But the big thing, well, also I had a friend of mine, I asked him how the PvE was because he plays a lot of Arc Raiders, and he said it's divorced dad simulator. He says it's just a bunch of dads
Oh.
just doing quests, just like, hey man.
Oh, that's cute.
It's kind of wholesome in a
That's
way.
cute.
Yeah. But Arc also had a weird community thing going on that a lot of other extraction shooters don't have, where the game, I think this is important too to say about Arc Raiders also, not to like jump into it for a minute, but I think this is a good point off of what Mina said, right? Arc Raiders has a significant problem in the way it's designed, because when you play Marathon or Escape from Tarkov, the other two big extraction shooters in the space, right? I'm not going to count Call of Duties. It sucks. And I don't know, they've been on a decade-long decline for a while now. Arc Raiders pitches you very early on that it's like us versus them, right? Like it's the humans that are alive versus the robots that have invaded the planet. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, your missions that you go out on when you do these quests are always based around killing these robots. You know what I'm saying? But then on top of that, there are other people who can help you or kill you and take your stuff. but the game pitches itself in a way that you aren't supposed to always be fighting each other. Whereas Escape from Tarkov and Marathon, it's very much like kill everyone you see. Trust nobody. If you see another person, they
Ooh.
are meat, bro. Shoot them. Right? Like, it's
Wait,
survival
real
of the
life
fittest.
simulator.
Yes. Like, if you were in the jungle in real life and somebody rounded the corner Arc Raider style and said, "Hey there, Raider," you'd shoot them in the head. Like, you would not.
No, that's actually how
that's
how I move in DC, Willis. I don't know about you, but
yeah, exactly. Just moving around, you're just like, oh yeah, no, you got to be, on standby all the time.
Well, that was I think that was the most interesting thing for Arc Raiders
I
to
agree.
me was, I mean, I was surprised because I was going into the expectation that you were going to get killed a lot, but that didn't happen. Like,
No, people were
I was
nice.
playing and I didn't have my mic on, but I would do like the emotes.
Mhm.
I would like loudly announce my. Usually, I would notice someone first,
Yeah.
but I'm also not very good at FPS, so I wouldn't usually try to kill people
Yeah.
unless if I wanted to dick around because I did. But usually I saw someone else and I'll just like make noise indicating that I'm here and they're like chatting it up, and I would
Yeah.
say 9 out of 10 times it was just like I was with people who we were like, maybe we just passed each other, or we indicated we saw each other, or we
Mhm.
helped each other out with like some of the mini bosses or missions. But yeah, but the thing about that was like the tension was
Yes.
also what made it interesting. Because even though most people I interacted with were friendly, there were definitely people who shot on sight, or
Oh,
people who
100%. Yeah.
at first were friendly, but then they shot me in the back. And I never got mad about it, but I think that's what made it so interesting was that even though most people were friendly, you didn't know for sure, and that tension
Oh yeah.
was really exciting at the beginning. And then there were people who were complaining like, "Oh, I'm friendly, don't shoot." I'm like, "Bro,
That
that's not how this works."
that was what turned me off of Arc Raiders. Was it became a Undertale situation for me? Unfortunately, this is great. I'm
Right.
gonna aggravate.
Undertale situation.
I'm gonna aggravate even more people here. But like, I truly think a community can ruin a good game, and the Arc Raiders community became kind of insufferable, right? Like, because that game has its biggest design flaw is it pitches you on this us versus them thing, right? Where like the whole time you're playing Arc Raiders, it's like we gotta beat the robots, right? And so it gives you this feeling that anybody who chooses to play in the PvE mode, like wants to fight people, is like a traitor. So it makes the fan base feel like if you try to shoot someone, like you're betraying like our clan or something like that, right? So you get these like really insufferable people online who are like, "You're a traitor. You can't do this." I
Yeah.
remember I got like real death threats on like my marathon video where I talked about like jumping out and killing a guy, because it's added this like mindset to people who play these games that it's like, oh, if you choose to interact with the PvP function of this game, you're like scum. Like I had
are you saying this happens at Undertale?
No,
No,
so
People
no.
the point I'm
threatening
making
you and your
is
family in
no.
Undertale?
I was more making a point of I think Arc Raiders is a good game that is ruined by its community. Arc Raiders is really fun, but the people that play it have like decided there's like rules, like unspoken rules to the game that you have to abide by. And if you choose to not, because the devs have programmed it differently and you should be able to play however you want, then you're like outcast essentially. And it's the same thing with Undertale, where it's like a lot of what makes Arc Raiders interesting, and this is the Undertale comparison, is what Mark said. The game pitches as you need help. So you run into people and you talk to them like, "Oh, do you have this? I need this." And you're like interacting with them. They can drop you supplies and you can help them. But there's this tension that is like, "Oh, is this person actually going to betray me and like shoot me in the back of the head?" Like your choices mean a lot, right? You can choose to betray people and play that way, or you can choose to not. You know what I'm saying? And the community in the game like reacts to you doing that essentially, right? With Arc Raiders. Undertale was the same way. Undertale, for the uninitiated, very much reacts to the way you play it and has tons of different endings based upon how you choose to play the game, right? But then here comes the community coming on along and they're like, "Oh no, you're playing the wrong way. You have to play the game this way." And that sucks, because then anybody who joins doesn't get to have this experience. They just have a bunch of people sitting in their chat or like pocket watching them of like, "Why do you play like this? You have to do this," right? That's I think that's so annoying that a lot of people just go, "Oh, I'm not going to check this game out." They have a weird community. When in reality, the game is
Listen,
great.
what if I am the weird community? What if I am the problem? Because I've kind of been telling Glenn, like, you're playing it wrong. Like, the way he's playing BG3. Like, I
This
literally
might
say
be
that to
exactly
him
what I'm
every
talking
day.
about, Mina. It might be you.
Right.
I'm the problem.
To be fair, Glenn is certainly making choices in BG3
Oh.
that I think.
I look forward to the podcast where we talk about Baldur's Gate. People are going to be mad.
I wish he could have streamed it because it would have been so funny to
Oh, it would've
watch,
been
and other people
hilarious,
just
dude.
like crashing out over what he did.
The fact that I won't say what he did because I want to give him the chance to talk about it.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell him in advance I'm clipping it, so he better be ready for the social media feedback because the choices he has made is too priceless. It has to be logged.
Crazy.
Indeed.
I know it's gonna make me angry. Like, I just know.
Oh yeah, definitely. But the irony is he started to like the game. Like, not to take his thunder, but like he definitely in Act 1 when we were asking him how he felt, he did not like that shit. And when I talked to him yesterday,
did not like it.
He seemed way more positive about the game. Like, I think it's winning him over a little bit. And I was like, But I don't want to talk on his behalf. But I definitely think it's winning him over.
That'll definitely, when he's back, he'll probably be done by the time the next podcast, so that'll be definitely a good.
That's gonna be a good podcast because we'll know if we got GTA news. We'll know Glenn beat that. Maybe Mina will have beaten 007 by then. We'll see. That could be a real banger.
I know I would have. Yeah.
That'll be good. We'll have to get everybody back. We'll make it happen.
Oh man.
We'll have to do this plus Glenn.
Yes.
Miku's kicked out.
That can be next time. Yeah, Marco will have to be on sub next time.
Tardy to the party.
Yeah. And we need to do 1 week. I don't know if she's in chat right now, but Megan, when she finishes RE9, I really want to have her on.
The RE, yes.
Because then I don't know who will be the 4th, but maybe that's when we'll bring Marco back so he doesn't feel so completely shunned. But it would be interesting to have like Glenn, Megan, and I on to talk RE. I would love to be able to do that, especially with Code Veronica.
No, that would be really cool.
It'd definitely be.
Yes. When is that coming out?
Probably early next year. I hope. God, too many games coming out early next year. FF7, Persona 4, like all this stuff. Just like.
Oh, and the Final Fantasy 14, the winter.
Final Fantasy. Oh yeah,
Evercold?
and I forgot about that. Fuck, it is January.
Evercold is January. Yeah.
Oh my god, Evercold and then Persona 4 the next month, and probably like FF7 like in March.
I think, Willis, I think you're gonna have to quit your job. Like,
it might
or
have
go
to
on
happen.
like a long-term leave. It's getting in the way of your gaming.
I have chronic illness. Please let me go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, unless if you were going to still talk about it, but I wanted to touch a bit upon Mina's experience with Skyrim as well before asking like what games she's looking forward to for next.
I only had a small thing I was going to talk about, but then we could talk about Skyrim because I did want to have Mina talk about Skyrim as well. But it popped into my brain because I forgot about this. Just as a funny little bit with the Persona 6 announcement, right? Like they've been teasing it because it's the 30th anniversary and they have the new one around the corner. Atlas has been in some hot water similar to Rockstar because they are selling a Persona 6 t-shirt that's just the logo, like from the game, like the Xbox Showcase trailer. It just says P6 Persona 6, just like in that, and it's $60 for a t-shirt. And people were like, "What?" And they're like, "Make sure you get it to commemorate the announcement." And I was like, "A $60 t-shirt?" So I just had to bring that up. I thought that was so funny when I saw that. But yes.
That's messed up.
Speaking of messed up, Vikings, violence, insanity, killing people with dragon shouts. You have been playing Skyrim. One of the greatest games ever. Still to this day considered like a top 10 GOAT.
No, I know, but like, it's so, I just didn't realize. I forget that I'm playing an old game until it just crashes. Like, it's like every time I alt tab, like it crashes. And like when I was complaining about it, and I wasn't really telling them what I was doing on stream, but Mark and Marco simultaneously asked the same question of Mina, are you switching in and out of the tab, like, and I was like, yes, that's what I'm doing. And they're
Mhm.
both like, oh, like that's known to crash like the game. I was like, how what? How is that a known thing and y'all are still like playing?
Yeah. Bethesda games notoriously buggy, unfortunately.
No, it's so buggy, but it's scary. And I get really scared in that game sometimes.
Really?
But
Like with the
yeah.
enemies or like the quests or areas? Like,
Yeah. The enemies, like it like genuinely stresses me out. Like the one of the dragons I had to slay, like I know I was under leveled, but I like somehow activated it. Like it once saw me. And you know how like once the enemies like sees you, like if you're in an area you're not supposed to be in, like that's always you can like run away from them, but they'll always be there unless you
yes. Yeah,
kill
yeah, yeah.
them. So like this dragon was just like spawn camping me, and I was not at the level where I was supposed to face that thing.
Yeah.
So it took me 20 tries at least to get this dragon like off my back, and it was making me so angry. And I almost, almost like it would have been another Horizon
Yeah. A lot of
if
those old games too don't have like what are called like really good save states where like you can accidentally like soft lock yourself where like you accidentally get like an autosave in the middle of a boss. And
it's
so
like
you loop into your own death like over and over again if you're not careful.
no, yeah, wait,
Yes.
Mark, I did do that. Mark, you saw me. You saw that, right?
I did, yeah, I remember that. Yep. She that happened to her. It was like it auto saved like a second before she dies, and I don't know
No.
what you did to get out of that, but yeah, you'd like load back in, and a second later you're dead because you're already on fire. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why does it save you there when you have like no mana, 25% HP, and you're on fire? And it's just you're stuck in this loop.
It's so
But you
funny.
kept like I think you were taking a video or a photo. Like you had me you asked me to like, oh Mina, actually do it again. And then like I
No,
just did
I
that loop
wanted
for
to
like
see it
10
again.
times.
Yeah,
Oh, you were entertained.
yeah, it was. Did you just load an earlier save, or how'd you get out of that?
I think I had to do it
Oh,
earlier,
okay, yeah.
which
I've
is
had to do
annoying.
that before. I just had to do that with GTA when I was replaying GTA 3 because it's so old. I was playing through it and it blew my mind. I completely forgot this was a thing, but like you played a little bit of GTA 5, so you can kind of understand this, right? Like when you die and fail a mission, you have
Yeah.
a checkpoint and it just resets you.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
like if you were halfway through the mission, it'll reset you at like the halfway point, right? The old ones don't
Mhm.
have that. And not only that,
What?
when you die, you like lose all your stuff. So like I lost a mission and died, and it like just you have to restart the whole thing from the start, and all your weapons are gone. Like
No.
all my guns were
No,
gone,
that's so
everything.
punishing.
And I
That's
was
so
like,
evil.
"What?" So those
And like,
old
see,
games
but
were way
Willis,
more punishing than
that
they are now.
yeah, but like y'all built I think y'all grew up in the era of like very punishing games, and like
Yes.
that really gave you that really like made you who you are today, because
I guess,
y'all
yeah.
have like so much patience. Like I've never seen you rage quit anything
No, I'm trying to think the last time I rage quit. That's a good
yet.
point. Maybe Marathon? Like I got really mad at that at one point and stopped playing. But that
Okay,
was like
but
a
I haven't at
balancing
least seen it
problem.
live.
No. I think
Maybe
the
that
last
happened in
person to
your
see me
own
rage
time.
quit something live was my buddy when I was streaming Elden Ring. I was fighting Melania and we were in like a Discord call. This is a good story. I'll tell this story.
Mhm.
This is funny. I'm going to put my friend on blast. Actually, I won't say names. But we were all sitting in a Discord call and I was streaming myself fight Melania, and my one buddy joined and he was hammered, like really drunk, and he proceeded to pocket watch my stream. Like I would be fighting Melania, I get hit and he go, "You should have dodged that." Like the whole time I'm trying to play, like, and he's like shit faced, so he's like, "Oh, you shouldn't. She hit you, man." And like I was just silent. I was silent. Like everyone else is laughing because they can like tell I'm angry. And I remember at one point she did like the spear thing where like she throws you in the air and it instant kills you. Like she like spikes you like a kebab. And
Oh,
It's like her like instant kill move. So she did that and killed me, and he goes, "That looks bad." And I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up!" Like I was like, "Stop commentating on everything I'm doing. You're driving me nuts. Like you can't."
Wait, is that when you rage quit?
I did. I think I quit playing for the night. I was like, I can't do this. I
Okay.
eventually went back and beat Melania. But yeah,
That's
that
what I'm
was
saying.
bad.
See, like these earlier games really like built that tolerance so that you can like
I used to rage quit a lot
play
when I
like
was a
today's
kid.
games. Okay, but like that was that's fair. Like it was way too hard back.
Yeah. When I used to play League, it would happen a lot, to be honest. And I think that's valid. League sucks.
Wait, I thought you were good at League.
No, I'm not good at League. Liz is better than me at League.
You
definitely.
are good at League.
No.
Really?
No, I'm not good. There are people who are like insane at that game. Like astonishingly good. Not even in a pro level, just like their understanding of it is like way beyond anything I have. But that's like thousands of
Would
hours
you say
playing
that's
it.
is that Liz?
I'd definitely say
Do
she's
you
better
think she
than
has
me.
thousands?
I don't think she has
She's
thousands.
what is it,
but
plat?
she's plat in TFT, but it's the same kind of idea at least, right? Like it takes a long time to get good at that. She's really good at TFT actually. She's probably better than plat even, I would say. But just you get screwed by the game a lot.
I see.
I'm definitely what you would
she'll
call
reach diamond soon.
It doesn't happen as much, but I think it happened to me on stream when I was playing Deadlock at one point. But I'm definitely like a desk slam gamer. Like if I get mad, I wouldn't like yell and swear. I'd just like slam my hand into the desk.
Oh my god.
Like just like fuck, like and like hit the desk. I definitely am that.
I think Mark is like that.
Yeah,
Like
I wouldn't yell.
he's a very quiet gamer. Like he never makes noises. Like I make a lot of noises when I'm playing games. I scream.
Yeah.
I yell. Well no, he is like a desk slapper. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's what I do. I hit it like
and then
3
I get really
times.
scared.
Oh, I just moved my camera doing that. Whoops.
Well, damn. Chill.
But I am definitely more when it comes to rage quit. It's less of like I don't think I'd yell and scream. I'd just be like, damn it, and then like slam my desk. Like I'm definitely that kind of person.
I think you did that one time, Mark, in like FF8 and really like had me worried. And I'm trying to remember which one that was. Was it the lesbian?
Oh, he's still muted. I can't hear him.
I forgot that I'm on push to talk. I was like responding to all that.
You're like, oh wow. Yeah. No, that's definitely happened to me. It definitely Elden Ring got me a couple times. Definitely during Melania, I like threw my controller at one point, and like the story I told.
Yeah.
I was just telling Mina, I had a friend who would like pocket watch me play Melania while he was drunk. I'd be like, you shouldn't have gotten hit by that, and like it drove me insane.
That
like,
doesn't
up a wall. Like I was
that
so
seems
angry.
like a terrible idea. Why would you do that?
It was just I was in a server like publicly with my friends, and he would join drunk and then just watch my Elden Ring streams, and I was fighting Melania, and he was like, whoa. Like I was telling, because Mina asked when I'd rage quit, and I was like, oh, she like kebabbed me, like she does that like instant kill move,
right?
And
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, that looked bad, and I was like, dude, shut up, like like you have to stop.
Shut up.
But yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've had a few of those moments in Skyrim. To go back to talking about Skyrim.
Yeah, and like I just can't. And I'm playing it like raw, like in its original state, like God intended, not like adding these mods like Marco does. Like I don't know how his computer can run it, to be honest. Like how can this game take mods? Like
I mean,
it's
Skyrim
crazy.
is like the mod game.
It is the
like,
mod
nowadays.
game.
It is known.
Are you serious? But that's like Minecraft to me.
I mean,
that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
It in a sense, because a lot of people play Minecraft modded, and nowadays almost no one plays Skyrim.
It's raw Minecraft.
Yeah,
vanilla.
Wait, are you saying I'm playing it
vanilla, right?
I'm playing it vanilla?
Skyrim, you're playing it vanilla. Technically, yes, that's what they would
No,
call it.
But for the first time, you should play it like that.
You should absolutely play it vanilla the first time. Mods like ruin the game in some points.
The problem is like the one she downloaded, because I bought Skyrim when it released, and then they came out with like some
anniversary edition,
like the anniversary edition. So I have both of those on Steam, but I think she downloaded the original one, which isn't even on the Steam anymore. Like it's just removed. So
literally,
it's the old one, yeah.
The 2009.
You were playing the OG one.
But that's honestly that's in a way like a very unique experience. because
Yeah.
it's like
You
it's the
should.
true
I think
Skyrim.
you should. Yeah, you should play it OG first, and people just mod it because the game's been out for like well over a decade and a half, and it's just.
What's the craziest mods you had like on? Are there
Oh my
like
god,
nudes?
there
Like
used to be
Oh
tons of that
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
I used to be
but
able to like. I had a mod that turned a whole quest line into like getting the like demon masks from Bleach. Like you could do the whole like you could just add that in, and it added like a whole quest line and area and everything. Which is like really
some
sick.
mods change the game completely. There's even a game on Steam. It's called like Enderall or something like that, which is a standalone game. And you need Skyrim to play it, but it's like a standalone game, just built from like the Skyrim mod engine. So people have built entire games purely out of Skyrim. So you're not even playing Skyrim anymore. It's just using the Skyrim engine and assets, but you're just
Yeah.
playing a completely different game.
You can build games
And
in Skyrim, like literally. You could just mod it to the point where it is a new game, which is
right,
insane.
yeah, most people when they first start with mods, they're just like it's like minor functionalities or cosmetics.
Yeah.
Like I remember one when I was younger. I got one that let me kill everyone because you couldn't kill children in Skyrim.
Oh
So I'm like,
yeah.
I don't like
It
this.
was.
I got the mod that let me kill kids.
bro, Mark, you were like, let me kill children.
But
That's the one mod I need.
yeah, exactly. But I was there were other mods too that I liked. Like there were ones that like opened up the cities so that instead of it being like a loading screen, the cities were part of the world, and
Oh, I
some of
remember
them
that
made the
one. Yeah.
cities bigger too. So there's a lot of really cool mods just based off the game itself. And then there's other mods that just completely change the game with like how the combat works, new classes, a lot of good UI mods because the OG UI can be a little clunky, so there's a lot
Yeah.
of mods that it definitely may improve like the inventory system and all that. So I do think I really should like go back to Skyrim and get some like like basic but essential mods and
Yeah.
it would just change the way you play the game. Yeah.
I think a huge part too, and Mina brought up where like people look at Minecraft as the mod game now. It was way different back in the day, and Skyrim I think changed how people look at mods. Oh no, the head, the head just broke.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no. Oh, anyway, I'll keep talking while she does surgery. Oh, saved. Um, when you would mod Minecraft back in the day, it used to not be easy to mod. You used to have to edit the game files yourself. There weren't mod launchers like there are today, where you just download it and it
People were
goes.
coding?
Yeah, I remember being a kid trying to understand the
Listen,
code to mod Minecraft, and I remember that
I
when
feel like, okay, that needs to be studied. Like, you know how like, oh, this is so much easier than that, but like Tumblr, like the girly pops used to like code literally
yeah,
their Tumblr pages. And
Yeah,
like
the HTML and CSS.
we were doing that, like, and nobody, like, there was no academic or professional reasons. We were
no,
just
you
like,
just wanted to
oh,
do
let me
it.
do it. And the kids these days, they have to ask Grok to do it.
They have to ask Grok if they can stand up for the day. Like
No,
it's, it's like,
you know what's funny? This is a good point because Mina, when you were like working at your previous job and you were dealing with kids who didn't know how to use email and their file systems, I was gonna say I was gonna say as a joke, but I don't think it's a joke. Like the Gen Z and Gen Alpha who know how to use a file system these days, you know that they were playing modded Minecraft.
yes, literally,
Yep.
they know how to do it. It's like, and I think that's what Skyrim changed when a lot of people say it's the mod game, was because when Skyrim got added on Steam, it was added with the advent on Steam. It's always Valve. They're always like doing crazy shit. It got added like the same month they added the Steam Workshop.
Oh
And what
yeah,
the
that's
Steam
right. That's where I
Workshop
got my
did
mods.
was
Yeah.
it was the first place where it was like, hey, do you think modding sucks because you have to code the game to do it? You just click a button and it auto updates your game on Steam with the mods in it. And you wait for it to download and then it's done. And it launches with the mod in it. No personal editing, no file system, nothing. So then people just started adding anything to Skyrim because it was really easy. And I remember that's why I think it got the reputation it did, was you could still mod back then, and Minecraft probably was the mod game, but it was hard. Like you had to like watch like a 30-minute YouTube tutorial to know how to mod Minecraft. And Skyrim, it was like 3 seconds. You just clicked a button, it added it to the game, and it was done. Which is how it is for
That's a good
everything now.
point. Yeah, because I know people use like Nexus mods and other
Yeah,
sites nowadays, but I remember I was not doing that back in the day. You were right.
absolutely
Like it
not.
was
Yeah.
a Steam workshop and I would just browse it and just, oh, this looks cool, click, 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 and it just, it was that easy.
I remember the famous mod that was added to Skyrim like a month after it came out that everyone had was the mod where it replaced all the dragons with Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's right.
And instead of the
Yep.
instead of the
Hold on. I've seen that screenshots used in
Yes.
memes on Instagrams. You're telling me that's from a real footage. I thought that was
Yes, yeah.
AI.
Yes, no, it's real footage.
No, that was like one
Wait,
of the
I'll
original
keep
ones
talking.
that went
I'll pull up
viral.
the video and I'll screen share it. 1 second. It's
Oh my god, you have to find the one that's from the intro with
Yes. I typed in
'cause
Thomas the Tank Engine. It was
it's
like the first thing
just
that
the
came up.
model, it was the sounds too.
Oh,
You
yes.
kidding me?
You have to find
They do the
the
Yes.
video.
I found it. Yeah. Wait, is this?
Will this work on stream with the audio as well?
I don't know
or-
if you guys will be able to hear the audio probably, so I don't think the audio will work actually. But I can like, where is it? The landing. I'm trying to find like the clip of it. Oh yeah, Mina's gonna crack up when she sees this. Okay, here I'll screen share it. I don't think the audio is gonna work because you guys would like hear double. Probably. Actually, you guys could probably just hear it. You just hear yourselves, so you could turn the stream up. Here we go. This is so good.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentry.
Yes.
What do you see?
It's in the clouds.
The whistles is killing me.
what in the oblivion is that? Like literally, that's the comment. It's
That was the choo choo.
It's so unbelievably funny.
the aura is crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. And then there's like also like this one. I remember this one from like 11 years ago. Like it's just crazy. I actually don't know if I can play
Oh
that
my
on
God.
stream without getting it like TMCA'd. And I remember this got added like a month after the game came out. So like people were like you'd like go to like middle school and like sit down at like the lunch table and your friend would have like this look in his eye and he'd be like, "You'll never believe what I did to my copy of Skyrim." Like, and it was like he'd be like, "Dude, what?" And then you'd go home and like find the mod yourself and like add it in. Good times, man. Back in the day, the old days of gaming.
Yeah, but that just proves that we're better species, versions of humans. We're
We
smarter.
had to do it back in the day. We walked so they could run today.
Amen. Amen.
But okay, I'll ask you this though, since you're experiencing Skyrim, I don't think you have a ton of experience with like open world games like that, where you can kind of like choose the order you do
No,
things or explore.
I don't.
What
I
is like
don't.
your mindset when you play those games? Do you find yourself getting distracted constantly, or is it like you're just constantly doing the main story missions, or is it one of those things like you go to it? Because I'm the type of gamer, and I'm pretty sure Mark, you said you're the same because we played Oblivion in tandem, where it's like. And this is absolutely probably not the way they intended this when you design the game, but I'm the type of guy who it's like, you like walking around in one of those games, right? You get to the next city where like you're exploring and going through the story. I then do every possible quest in that city till there's like none left. And then I go to the next city. And it's like definitely not how you're probably supposed to do
Wow.
that, but that's definitely what I do. And so I'm curious, like, especially because you're like new to that genre, how do you like approach that?
I stay locked in.
Just the main
I
story?
only
like,
do main quests.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you don't have to do any of the side content. Like, that's the thing. Like, the game, it doesn't, like, make you do it. Like, some games make you do it. Like,
I
they make you
know.
kill time, right? Skyrim doesn't do that. You can play it however you want. And the main story ending doesn't lock you out of your save. Like, a lot of games, when you beat the main story, it's just, like, over,
Oh.
you know? And then you can't go back.
I actually didn't know that.
Or, well, back then it was that way. A lot of
Oh,
games
wow.
nowadays give you a choice now after that. But Skyrim, famously, you could beat the main story, and then it's just, all right, go do anything else you want now. All the side content.
The
everything
main
like that.
story is actually quite minor in Skyrim. That's the
Yeah.
other thing. And that's the case with like I think a lot of Bethesda games. Like the main story is like
Yeah.
not really a big part, and most people like I remember I didn't even finish it for not Skyrim, but for most open world games, I don't even finish the main story half the time because I'm just like
Mark, you don't finish games, period.
that's true, but yeah, also for open world games.
Yeah, it's open world games are such a unique thing. It's like not to actually it's a good point to harken back to it, right? Because someone in chat just asked a question that I can answer off of this. With like GTA 6, right, coming around the corner. GTA's always been like one of the defining open world games because it's essentially a like current real world simulator that they try to tell a realistic story in. And that was one of the reasons that like GTA 4 and 5 were so popular. And as a person asked in chat, do you think the Bonnie and Clyde story could overdo that? I'm curious if the like main storyline of GTA will be really focused like it is in like 4, or it'll more be like 5 where you're constantly jumping between the two and they kind of have their own things going on and then it intersects at points. Because I really think that would be fascinating to think about. Because Skyrim, it just lets you do whatever, right? And then like
You
GTA
could ignore
4,
it completely.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then GTA
Wait,
4 is like on
Someone
rails.
said as a kid I chopped wood in Riverwood for like a whole day to make gold.
Oh, that was Josh.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, you
That's
can
an
totally
honest
do that.
job right there. Yeah.
That's an honest.
Wait,
that's a
honest
loyal
job.
man. Josh is a loyal man.
Listen, that's like I'm gonna go do that now. Like, thank you for your wisdom.
Oh,
God
boy.
bless you.
There it is. That is the experience. But open world games have changed so much. That was something I thought about when I was looking at those comments. Like thinking about how Skyrim is an open world game and then GTA 6 will be. Those games are nowhere near the same, but they're in the same genre. And I'm curious how then Elder Scrolls 6 will take off of from the experience of others. Logs are like 5 gold. You take 20 seconds.
That comment actually reminded me because our other friend Greg, who also played 14. I remember he was working. He was getting back into it, and he was going through the main story quest, and I was like chatting with him, and just showing him around some other stuff in the game. And he was making steady progress, but then I was just showing him what you could do in the game, and I'm like, oh, there's like fishing and stuff, and there's actually an activity called ocean fishing. So I don't think you've done that yet. But have you done the ocean fishing thing or
me?
was...
I have not actually, to be honest with you. I am normally
this
is a hot take. I usually don't like fishing in games. The only game I like to fish in is Stardew Valley. I like the fishing in Stardew Valley a lot.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm usually not really a big fishing guy, but the ocean fishing, it's like a little duty for fishing. You get in it. You basically get on a boat with like 10 other people and you just fish for like an instance, and the boat takes you around and you're just fishing all the time. But I remember I showed him that and he was like, "Mark, this is amazing." And then a couple days later I'm like, "So how's the main story going?" And he's like, "Mark, I've only been ocean fishing. My fisher is already max level." And I'm like, bro, he got completely derailed from
Just
like the main story and has just been
I remember
fishing.
that.
And I'm like, what have I done? And I feel like that's what open world games do a lot. Or at least what I do is like I'll work on the main story and I'm like, okay, I'm locked in, I'm focused. And then there'll be like some side mission. I'm like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, go do that. And then you do something else and you completely forgot what you were originally doing and then the main story doesn't get done. But that's also what I really like about these games is just how distracted you can get, but still just as fun and engaging anyway. Just getting lost like that, That's what I really.
When a game rewards you for it as well.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like Skyrim does a great job. Such a good point, Mark, because Skyrim does a great job with that, where like you get lost on a side tangent in Skyrim, and you're like, I just want to explore this cave. And by the time you finish that, you maybe have a whole new set of armor or some special weapon that you think's cool, and you're like, this is now my favorite sword. I love this sword, right? Like I will die for it.
Willis.
Yes.
I don't know if you were there, but Mark, do you remember when one of the big first big boss you fight in Skyrim? Like I walked past it.
Oh,
I didn't know there was an enemy.
Oh, so yeah, in Bleak Falls. Wait, was it Bleak Falls Barrow? Or no.
I forget
what happened exactly again?
It was the opening area, like the tutorial zone.
No. What were you going to say, Mia?
No. It was like inside like a mountain. You go up like the snowy mountain, and then like you I think I was about to exit the cave, but at the end of the cave, there
Oh,
was
I
something
remember
I
now.
had to
I remember now.
activate.
No, because what I was thinking about, so something earlier, this all happens in Bleak Falls Barrow. The first problem you encountered was there was that spider boss in the middle, right? And then you free the guy, and then he makes fun of you and he runs away, right? And you were like, what a dick, but you didn't like stop him or catch him. So then eventually you got to the part where you need the golden claw to open the door, and you're like, "Oh, how do I open this door?" And I'm like, do you have the golden claw? And you're like, the what? And I'm like, what happened to that guy that you saw stuck in the cobwebs? And you're like, oh, he ran away. And I'm like, he has it. You have to go back and find him. So she had to backtrack like half of the dungeon looking for this guy. And the way it works is like the guy will always die, even if you don't catch him. He'll just like get caught in a trap. But it's like you don't know where. And
Yeah.
she had to like backtrack 2 or 3 times and found him like next to one of the traps. But the thing you're talking about, Mina, is at the end of the dungeon, where towards the end it opens up into a very big and distinct room with a very distinct wall on the back, and you're like, oh, treasure. You went up there, you opened the chest, and then you continued on till the. And then I wasn't really
I
paying
remember
attention to
this.
your stream. She was streaming it, and I wasn't really paying attention. And then she was like, oh, exit. And I like turn around, and there's like the cave exit. And I'm like, I don't remember that being in Bleak Falls Barrow, thinking she's still somewhere in the middle. And I'm like, I didn't know there was an exit in the middle. And she like exits, and she's like, am I supposed to go this way? And I'm like, I don't recognize this at all. Mina, where are you? And then she's like, I found the exit. And I'm like, hold on, did you fight the boss battle? And she's like, what boss battle? And the what was really bad, if Marco wasn't on the call, because I wouldn't have remembered this. The problem
Oh,
is
yeah.
like when you get to the exit, you jump down a ledge, so you can't get back up. So Marco had to go in and tell you how to use like the dev
He was so
commands
funny.
to no clip back to the ledge, so you can go back to the main area and do the shout wall and fight the boss there.
No, he remembered it like that was burnt into his memory. Like he knew exactly what key to press. Like Mina, oh here, like do this and that, and it's like we're back on.
Yeah, it's so funny. That you can tell Marco has like hundreds of hours in Skyrim. He knows literally everything. I wish he could have been here, but he like has such a like great knowledge of that game. It's incredible. He's like, oh, just code this, do this, blah 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 blah, boom, done.
I think we'll have to have like a Bethesda RPG discussion one of these days. Maybe when
Yes.
Mina plays a bit of Oblivion too, because I would love to
Yeah.
do that. And
'Cause
Glenn
I
has
loved
played like
Oblivion so
Fallout and
much.
stuff. Oh yeah, so good.
Yeah, Fallout was such a big series for me when I was growing up too. I love those games. It was such an easy pitch for me because I've said that on the podcast. I was more of a science fiction guy than like fantasy, like elves and stuff. And that's a bad way to describe fantasy, but you know. And just elves and shit, you know? Like and so when someone was like, "Oh, you can just
They're
have
writing
that."
death threats in the comments as you speak, Willis.
Oh my goodness. I already know, like, you know. No, don't get me talking about Ocarina of Time. Uh-oh. I'll be hung from the rafters in seconds. I am excited for the remake, though. Can't wait for that to also be $100.
Oh,
No,
boy.
don't say that.
I don't know.
Mark,
It's
why is your
Nintendo.
camera rejecting you?
I think
You're
that's that. Typically towards the end of the podcast, my camera just starts getting blurry, and there's nothing I can do to fix it.
Yeah, it
I
starts
don't
to
know.
like
stop fingering your camera.
anti-focus. Bring it
It's
back
like
from the realm of the dead.
you're like 12
Oh.
FPS.
12 FPS. It's
Oh,
cooked.
I think it's just.
We
It's
are
like
we are
Minecraft.
about
What's
reaching the
going
end
on?
now too. Anyway, though.
Okay. I will
We're-
silence.
No, you're good. You're good. We're at about 2 hours and 10 minutes, pretty much. So about 2-hour podcast.
Okay.
It probably took me like 5 minutes to set up.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Go
No,
off.
but you stream for like 5 hours and you don't pee. Like it's crazy to
I
me.
do get up to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You think I did that like 13-hour Resident Evil stream and like I never left the chair? How much of a
Yeah.
chud do you think I am? Like,
No, I think men can do it. I think a lot of men I know.
You
just
only
can,
need the
like-
bucket. What do you mean? It's very easy.
No,
Just
they can like. I feel
the
like
game bucket. You don't know the gaming bucket?
yeah, that's true. You're right. I forgot I have mine under my desk right now.
Right.
Okay, but that's still assuming you pee. No, my hypothesis is that, okay, for example, Glenn, I know for a fact that man can go on 13 hours without peeing.
That's crazy. He needs to hydrate. I could
He
not do
won't.
that. I drink too much water to do that. That's not going to happen.
No, but it's good for you. Keep drinking water.
It is. You got to hydrate. That's the lesson of the day from the podcast. Drink water, everybody. Stay hydrate or dehydrate, as they say.
Hey.
Well, I think we can probably wrap it up there unless anybody else had something else they want to throw in there. This is a
Okay.
really good pod.
I'm progressively getting more
Thank
blurry.
you for having me.
Of course, we hope to have you back again soon. Probably next week.
Oh,
Honestly.
I'm Mark's wife, by the way. Yay.
Oh yes,
I'll come back.
probably should have introduced it that way. I
Or
brought you in as
married.
Mina. Yeah, yes. For relations, for building the lore web. You know, eventually when we get famous and we get a Wikipedia. I saw that.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. That was really funny. That was like
Don't worry
really
about it.
funny.
Don't worry about it.
That's the perfect
Don't worry
place to
about it.
end it. Stay hydrated.
Yep.
Mina's Mark's wife. Podcast, gaming, Grand Theft Auto. Don't actually steal a car. We'll end it there. Thank you everybody for watching. Catch you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.